What a wild ride it's been for our Toronto Maple Leafs. Just when we thought we were celebrating a thrilling overtime victory, we find ourselves on the edge of our seats once again. Reeves is facing a crucial hearing after a controversial hit that left an Oilers player bloodied and out of the game. Will this impact our team's momentum, or can we rally together? Stay tuned for the latest updates and insights on this developing story. Remember to subscribe and hit that like button so you never miss a moment of Leafs action. Reeves from our Toronto Maple Leafs is set to face a hearing with the NHL's Department of Player Safety this Sunday. This comes on the heels of an illegal check to the head of Edmonton Oilers defender, Darnell Nurse, during our recent 4-3 overtime victory. As a passionate Leafs fan, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and concern over what this could mean for our team moving forward. In that game, Reeves delivered a shoulder check to Nurse as he was trying to skate out from behind the net. It was a tough hit, and unfortunately, Nurse ended up bleeding and didn't return to the game. You have to wonder how this will affect our roster. Reeves received a 5-minute major penalty for the hit and misconduct, which puts him at risk of further discipline from the league. At 37 years old, Reeves has had a storied career, but this isn't the first time he's found himself in trouble. He's been suspended 3 times throughout his time in the NHL, which raises questions about his reliability as a player for our team. In 16 games this season, he has 1 assist but has already racked up 23 penalty minutes. That's not the kind of stat we want to see, especially when we're trying to build a solid foundation for a playoff run. Now, let's talk about the implications of this potential suspension. If Reeves gets a significant ban, it could mean we're down a tough player who brings grit and experience to our lineup. While some fans might argue that his physical play is essential for the team's identity, others are concerned that this kind of reckless behavior could cost us games. Do you believe this was the best decision? I honestly am torn. On one hand, we need a player like Reeves to protect our stars and set the tone physically. On the other, we can't afford to lose him to suspensions at critical moments in the season. It's a delicate balance, and as fans, we want our team to be tough, yet smart. Every penalty taken is an opportunity lost, especially in tight games where every point counts. Taking a step back, let's put this into perspective. The Leafs have high hopes this season, and with players like Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, and John Tavares, we have the talent to go deep in the playoffs. But we need to ensure that our roster remains intact and free from unnecessary distractions. The pressure is on General Manager Brad Treliving and the coaching staff to navigate this situation wisely. It's these decisions that could ultimately shape our postseason success. So, what do you think? Are we at a crossroads here with Reeves, or is this just a bump in the road? I want to hear your thoughts. Are you in favor of keeping him in the lineup for his toughness, or do you think we should be looking for a more disciplined approach? As we dive deeper into the season, let's keep these discussions going. Comment below with your expectations, frustrations, and hopes for the team. It's crucial for us to share our perspectives as fans, especially when the stakes are this high. New updates. Alright, Leaf fans, let's dive into some pressing news regarding our beloved Toronto Maple Leafs. While it's true that the team has been riding a wave of success lately, winning 5 out of their last 6 games, there's a troubling trend I want to discuss that involves 3 players whose performances are far below what we expected. I'm talking about Domi, Pontus Holmberg, and David Kampf. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can a team that's winning still have these glaring issues? Well, with Austin Matthews sidelined, the depth scoring has become crucial, and unfortunately, this trio has not been delivering. According to Kevin Papetti from The Athletic, Domi, Holmberg, and Kampf are part of a select group in the NHL. Specifically, they're among just 9 players who have logged over 200 minutes of ice time without finding the back of the net this season. Yes, that's right. 3 of those players were the blue and white. Let's break this down a little. Domi started the season hot, racking up 6 assists in his first 6 games. But since then, it's been a dry spell, a shocking 13 games without a point. It's worth mentioning that Domi might be dealing with an injury that's impacting his play. He's missed the last couple of practices for maintenance, and as fans, we can only hope he gets back to form soon. But here's the kicker. He's supposed to be one of our top forwards, and for someone in his position, that lack of production is simply unacceptable. Now, when we look at Holmberg and Kampf, their combined total of 5 assists is, frankly, not cutting it. These guys are meant to provide depth, yet they've been extremely quiet on the score sheet. It's frustrating because Domi has been playing among the top 6 forwards, meaning his lack of production stands out even more. If we're serious about making a deep playoff run, these players need to step up and contribute. What does this mean for the Leafs moving forward? Well, we have only 3 games in the next 10 days, with the next one against the Vegas Golden Knights. This is a crucial stretch. The good news is that Austin Matthews is inching closer to a return, which should ideally lighten the load for our struggling trio. But let's be real, if Matthews comes back and these guys don't find their game, they might see their ice time dwindle even further. Now, I'm not saying that Domi, Holmberg, and Kampf aren't capable players. They could still be adjusting to a new system under a fresh coaching staff, but we need them to figure it out sooner rather than later. Rolling 4 lines effectively is a hallmark of any serious contender. If the Leafs want to be recognized as a true threat in the league, they must address this scoring depth issue. So, here's my question for you. Do you think this is the best path forward for the team? Personally, I'm a bit torn. I want to believe that these players can turn it around, but the clock is ticking. As fans, we're all riding this emotional roller coaster together, and it's tough to watch talented players struggle to find their rhythm when the stakes are so high. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your thoughts. Are you optimistic about Domi, Holmberg, and Kampf finding their way back into the scoring column? Or do you think it's time for the Leafs to make some adjustments and possibly look for other options? Share your expectations and frustrations in the comments below. If you found value in this discussion today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any essential updates about our Toronto Maple Leafs. And be sure to hit that notification bell to stay in the loop about all the latest news and insights. Let's keep the conversation going, and as always, go Leafs go!